Hey everybody, I managed to convince Josh to let me update my Connecting the Television Universe video. Okay, so first, Gamer's Guide to Pretty Much Everything is going to have a crossover with Chopper from Star Wars Rebels, which is part of the Star Wars series. And now I am going to be using food companies as connection points. But they can only be connected by commercials, not by any toys or anything. So first of all, Honey Nut Cheerios had a Sonic the Hedgehog commercial, a Looney Tunes commercial, and a Grumpy Cat commercial. And recently, Grumpy Cat was on Bizaardvark, that new Disney TV show. Okay, my time is up. Bye. I'm not out of this shot yet. Hi everybody. So if you remember the last episode, I said that I was going to ruin a franchise by making him make a theory. Well, the theory is on the Buddies franchise, the extension of the movies Air Bud, and also the most recent one was in 2013 and it was called Super Buddies. And the theory is, are they dead? Yes, I am going to make a theory on puppies being dead. Now, I am not promoting animal cruelty, because that's cruel. But I am saying that the puppies in those movies have died. Particularly in their second film called Snow Buddies. So, here is what I'm saying. Okay, in Snow Buddies, the plot is they get sent to Alaska. And with Alaska, they do it from a drop from an ice cream canister from an airplane that is 10,000 feet up in the air, or miles. I'm not that smart. Okay. And so, I don't know about you, but I don't think a puppy, let alone 5, would survive less than a 10,000 foot drop out of a metal ice cream container filled with ice cream. And if in that movie it was spinning around before it jerkily got put up by before it got slowed down by the parachute. Now, if that didn't kill them, I think the sudden drop in temperature would. See, they'll be going out of a place called Fernfield, Washington, into a place called Alaska. I don't think it would be that warm, and they would have a hard time adjusting to that temperature. And if that didn't kill them, I think being forced to live in a garage without food or water for a couple of days would. And if that didn't kill them, then I think being in a dog sled race would. And that is all I have to say. They died in that movie. And I have more proof than just that in the other movies. First of all, in most of the movies when Deputy Dan was introduced, they were shown to hang out a whole ton of time with Deputy Dan. And guess what? He has a dog. And if you were a kid and you had just lost a puppy, I think that you would hang out with a guy that had a dog. Another thing is from the Halloween movie, Spooky Buddies. The kids just let the pups by themselves and just leave. It's like they never even exist. And another thing is that whenever you see them, they're always in a straight line. Another thing is that the owner of Rosebud once said, "There you are, buddies," and then that rich fat kid immediately changed the subject right after she said, "There you are, buddies." Another thing is that, I don't know, in their movie Space Buddies, they just conveniently sneaked into a space station, conveniently had some astronaut suits for dogs, and they were able to sneak into a space shuttle and was able to go into space. Another thing is that sometimes Buddha's voice changes. I just wanted to point that out. It was really messing with me. Another thing with spooky buddies is that when they're out trick-or-treating, nobody except for the ones that they're specifically interacting with seem to notice them. All the other trick-or-treaters just walk right by. And after rewatching it, I noticed that there was a quote-unquote ghost named Pip. Now, I watched the movie, unfortunately, and Pip is a soul. The Halloween Hound eats souls, not ghosts of dogs. Another thing is that when they went to the cemetery, there were tons of unseen graves. You think that one of them would at least have the name of one of the dogs. If they did, then that is definitely one of them. Another thing is having all of their adventures from that point being strange and unrealistic. Like the first movie was Air Buddies, which was being hunted to be a pet for that previously mentioned rich kid. The next one was Nobodies, which I just said. Next one was Space Buddies. There was also Santa Buddies, Treasure Buddies, and Super Buddies. And those all just say everything. They become treasure hunters, they go into space, and they become superheroes. Another thing is Robert Vince. Now, I looked at what Robert Vince has produced, written, and directed, and they've all seemed to be some more horror type of things than cute little buddy things. And all the kids seem unhappy after Snow Buddies. And what I mean by that is, in Snow Buddies, the kids were happy when they were shown with their dogs doing all of their happy things. And then, after that, nothing. It was just sadness, and they showed the same scenes, but the kids were unhappy. And that's the way that they looked ever since. And the last thing that I have as evidence is the saying that you see in every film, Fernfield, where everything is possible. And that's it. And just by saying that, everything that I just said could possibly be possible. And I want you to tell me down in the comments if you believe in this theory that I made enough evidence to make sure that it's correct. That you think that the buddies are actually dead. Please like, subscribe, and also comment some stuff if you want to, because this thing is really weird. And I will see you sometime later when I'm still sound like I'm ranting all the time. I don't even know why I do that. I just sound like I'm ranting all the time and it really hurts my voice. Okay, bye.